Hi, my name is Janine Pizzo, and welcome to a lightning session for instructional technology. Lightning sessions mean I'm going to take about 2 minutes or maybe a touch longer to share with you one of my favorite tools that you can use in your classroom. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to me. My email is jpizzo@brockport.edu, or you can connect with me at ELA Pizzo Style, both with Twitter and Instagram. The Synth podcasting tool is one of my favorite K-12 tools, and I also want to stress the idea that I'm using this with my undergraduate and graduate students here at SUNY Brockport. This is a classroom podcasting tool that uses simple voice recording and then formats that voice recording into a podcast that you can share with caregivers in your district, other teachers. I've connected with my partner school in Pennsylvania where our students were collaborating on a novel study that we were doing. It's just a really great tool for recording podcast. Students are given a Goldilocks, what I call the Goldilocks amount of time, which is 256 seconds, which translates to about 4.5 minutes of recording time. Some people might think that that is a little too short. However, for students, it really does work well and it allows them to stay focused. Synth is interactive, it's customizable, and students love it because they can add intro music. It creates transcripts of what is actually being said. Students can link to documents that they have created, and they can also tag so you can find those quickly. Synth really does support ISTE standards, along with a lot of content area standards. The three that really stick out to me right now are the creative communicators, empowered learners, and global communicators. Creative communicators, your students' voices are at the center of this app, which means they're celebrating their own voices. They're sharing their own voices and their own thinking. Unlike Flipgrid, Synth, because it's a podcast, there is no face. And I have found that a lot of times students really enjoy not having to share their face on camera. If you've ever used Flipgrid and you've worked in middle school, you know that sometimes they like to hide in their hoodies or put stickers all over their face because they don't want to be seen. So this removes that. You're empowering your learners because they have a lot of choice when customizing their podcast entry, and they also have to determine for themselves what is the most important information to share within that 4 minutes. And my most favorite is the fact that authentic audiences are naturally embedded in podcast sharing. You can collaborate with other classes, the students are collaborating with each other, and you can easily share your podcast and their entries with anyone. I personally love it because it's super functional and super simple to use. It works with all ages, learning goals, and content areas. And most importantly, as a K-12 teacher, it is free, which we cannot thank enough for that. Students can use this for a variety of ways. You can share passion projects. Maybe you do weekly news updates, you book talks. If you're in a science or math class, maybe they're explaining a process or a product. They're sharing their writing, language practice, fluency, reflections, jigsaw activities, service learning. All of those things can happen. It also works well with staff, which you have department highlights, community connections, daily announcements, reflections, etc. Love the open house features. I have examples here from passion projects if you ever want to check this out. And if you have any questions, comments, or idea blasts, you can always go to my Padlet and share your thinking. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can always post there or you can reach out through email. This was Janine Pizzo with a lightning session PD on synth podcasting. I hope you enjoyed and are feeling inspired to use it in the future.